Welcome to another React Native tutorial, and today we're going to be looking through using the camera and accessing the photo in the photo library afterwards. We're using React Native Camera library. It's a camera component, and if you see here on the GitHub, those are the versions you need to use. So in your project that you created, you can check for your React Native version by doing the React-Native -- version. See here the CLI is 1.3, but as soon as you're not inside a actual project, you need to init your project. And while we're waiting for that, say it's 0.40. While we're waiting, we can see here what we need to do to install. So now that it's finished, we can go back to our terminal, cd into the directory, and we can check the version. We can see we're running 0.46, and if it's above or equal to 0.46, we add the latest version. So we can just do add React Native Camera if you're using Yarn, or npm install React Native Camera if you're using just plain npm. Now that it's installed, you can check your yarn.log file or your package.json file, and you can see we're using 0.9, which is above the 0.6, so we're good. Now it's time to link the library to the projects. We can go ahead and start the package manager. And I see here that I already have a package running, so I'm just going to kill some tmux sessions here, because I'm assuming I left one open there. This should do the job, and there you go. So open your index.ios.js in your editor of choice and import camera from React Native Camera. You can go ahead and remove the boilerplate. So we're making a camera tag with a reference to the cam, and we're going to need some style. There's an aspect, which is a constant that comes with the camera, which is all available on the GitHub page. You can see the different aspects, the different settings for it. So it's actually pretty straightforward. Here I'm just doing text because this is the fastest right now, but you would do a touchable opacity. This is basically your capture button, and it takes an unpress that will execute whenever you click on it, which was actually take the picture. So I called it take picture. And here we make some options, which we can add all the metadata to. So yeah, you can see here, we can call capture on our camera ref, add in the metadata. We do a then, so if the promise is successful, going to take that and just lock the data, otherwise we're going to lock the error. And that's basically it for the code. That's the very simplistic code to actually taking a photo or displaying the camera, taking a photo and just storing it in your photos library. Now giving a little styling here. I'm just gonna add the camera capture button at the end of the view. So here we do flex end and align item center. And I'm just gonna give the capture a background color so it's easier to see. Okay, we should now be able to run it on iOS. We can specify the simulator with a dash simulator equals. And I did a 7S plus, which does not exist, so that's why it's complaining. And here we go, start building. Depending on how fast your computer is, this is going to take some time. Alright, perfect. And build succeeded. So let's go ahead and open the Xcode project. Waiting for it to indexing all the files. I'll select a Sunny team so I can actually build it onto my phone. And there we go. So now we're actually building it onto the physical phone so we can get access to the camera, because the iOS simulator does not have a virtual camera. So to see that it actually works, you'd have to build it to an actual physical device. So now that this is done, okay, this is like a standard thing. It keeps blooming happening. So just watch delete all. Remove the node modules folder and reinstall it. And that always does the trick. Then I do a yarn start where I reset the cache and always fixes the problem. There we go. So it's back and running, and you can see it's loading. And you'll see it on my physical device, so but I'll show that at the end, because we're also going to set up the Android version. Navigate to the Android folder, and then Android Studio will handle most stuff for you. Here we can use Genymotion, which actually does have a virtual camera. So you can see here we can turn on the camera. Now, of course, index.android.js and the index.ios.js file need to have the same code. So I'm just adding that to the app, and then the index files are just calling app. So we import the app from the root folder, and I place all the code that we just wrote into app.js, which is now our new application, and the index.android.ios will have the same code as the index.android.js. Okay, so let's go to Android Studio, build the project over to our Genymotion simulator, building the APK and everything. You can see it's loading. And there you go. So let's do this. Here you can see allow access. On the left hand side we have iOS. I click take photos on both of them. Go to the gallery. You can see there's 2 photos over here on the Android version that we just took of the virtual simulator, and left there's photos in the photos library. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and it's super easy to get started using React Native Camera. The framework has a lot of stuff built in, and it's super useful, super easy to use, and has a lot of built-in capability like barcode scanning and stuff like that. If you did like the video, please, I don't mind having a like or subscribe. If not, thanks for watching anyway, and I hope you have a great day, and hope to see you soon.